In this clip, we'll walk through an example of combining multiple files into one Excel table. So for this example, I have 4 different Excel files, all with the same layout. So I'll open up one of these for an example. As you can see, there's a table with 3 columns: date, product ID, and quantity. All 4 of these files have the same data table structure, and what we're going to be doing is we're going to be creating another Excel file that combines all of these into one. So jumping back into a fresh spreadsheet, we'll go to the Data tab, select Get Data, and then we'll go to From File. From here, we'll select the option of From Folder. As you can see there's multiple different options. You can connect multiple different data sources. This is just an example of using an Excel file. So all you have to do is just navigate to your folder and then hit open. So once it connects to the file, once it connects to the folder, it will give you a preview. As you can see here, we have our 4 files. You notice across the bottom, you can either load or transform data. Load will populate this query that we're currently seeing. It'll populate a query with this current data. So we would just get these 4 rows. What we want to do is we want to transform the data. So we'll select transform. Once you select transform, what it's going to do is open powerquery. Powerquery is a very advanced tool. It allows you to transform the data. This is also the same editor that's used for Power BI. So once we have powerquery open, you'll notice it has our preview once again. As you can see, it has our list of 1, 2, 3, 4 different Excel files. Nice thing about this is you can expand upon attributes. If you want to pull in another data field, example of this that might be useful would be change time, so like last modified time. You can add that as a column. There's multiple different things you can do. In this case though, what we really want to do is we want to pull that data from each 4 of those files and pull it all into one. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to the content field and we're going to push this two double arrows. This is going to expand. As you can see now, we have our different data options we can select from. So in this case, we're going to select table 1, which was our date, products, and quantity table. So we'll hit OK. Now we have our date, our product ID, our quantity. You'll also see if I scroll to the very far left, it has the source name, so the actual file that it's pulling this from. So what we can do from here is now just hit close and load in the top left, and it will load our query for us. So now you have one Excel file, one master file with all the records. Now that you have these steps in place for your data, you can actually refresh the source. So if you add to it, you can just do a simple refresh to get that additional data. So for example, I have another file on my desktop. I'm going to drag it into this folder. And now we have 5. So once we do this refresh, we should now see source 5. To refresh, you can either just right click on the table and select refresh. You can also access that through the data tab, refresh all. And as you can see here, we have our records from sheet 5. So that's a quick example into appending data using powerquery. Thanks.